Many homies joining up. I just want to say thank you to everybody who signed up today, and definitely thanks to some of the followers already got here started on with we got Ziggler, Monkey Duke, we got Shigeru Miyamoto, Beta Man. Damn, Beta Man, sorry homie, what happened to Alpha Man, Air Salad. But yeah, so all of you homies here, thank you so much for all the support. We're gonna get ourselves an awesome event here for the duration of the day. There is another stream channel. I think it's gonna be on Flames. I don't know his exact Twitch link. If anybody's got that on hand and want to drop it in the chat, by all means you can go ahead and do so. But yeah, so I think that's gonna be enough here for introducing for today. Just to let you all know, big shout outs here to Smash Crew server here to sponsoring this event. Ourselves here. Oh, thank you so much there, Creeper Constable. What's up? What's up? I see you in my designated pools. I got my eyes on you. I might try to get you on stream. But yeah, there's just so much talent here to showcase today. It's gonna be super awesome. So let's go and welcome our boy Fusion here on the mic. What's going on, Fusion? Welcome, welcome.
What's up?
What is going on? Are you excited here for today's Steal the Show?
Absolutely. I saw all the themes and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is exactly my thing. So happy to be here.
Honestly, I think a lot of people are, man. I think that, you know, Persona, obviously, like, you know, before I didn't really get the hype of Persona, but then, you know, Persona 4 Golden was all over Twitter, and I was like, you know what, let me try this game out. It can't be that good. And oh, what a mistake, dude. That game is so good. I understand now completely the hype. So you know how it be.
I know how it be.
Yeah, you guys. I just mentioned it, and Skew in the chat was actually just talking about it. And I thought Persona was as well poopy as well. Skew, you're not alone, man. I thought the exact same thing. All right, we're gonna get started here with the first game between Mythrra and Fashonuff. Now it's gonna be super exciting to see here. Not often do we see Corrin there on stage, but Corrin definitely with those recent buffs, I'm sure that Corrin's gonna be a bit of the terror here to face up against.
Right, so especially with that sword, Lucas with a little bit of kind of using his legs and his feet, a lot of that without PK fire, that sword's gonna make it really hard for him to get in and neutral a lot. So Corrin kind of able to space that out, but of course you do have to remember that Lucas does have the projectiles, especially that the PK fire is very potent. So Mythrra with the Corrin,
yeah, PK fire, man. Oof, there comes out Lucas. You know when they pull out that big boy in their pocket, dude, you know it's going to be disgusting stuff. Especially if the Lucas is able to nail that, that's usually going to be a carry across the stage into a follow-up here out of the down throw. I didn't see Fashonuff actually go ahead and execute that just yet. But right here, he's still trying to get into this fight right now. Mythrra does have the slight percentage lead at the moment, but I like the stuff there to come out from Fashonuff with the neutral layer here to put Mythra's offense to an end.
As you were mentioning with those Corrin buffs, that with a lot of straight hits, Corrin's gonna be able to kill with the up air, the back air, a lot more with straight hits, a lot more easily than Lucas. So Fashonuff gonna have to find a ways to get a little bit more percentage here before he loses this first stock. Potentially the rage is gonna make that a little easier for him though.
And you see that 146%, it's still very, very possible, especially because we know Lucas does have some pretty decent kill power. He is starting to sneak in the little hits there with 75%. You know, a forward smash here at the ledge could actually do the trick. Don't get hit by that. Oh, he actually will. Oh, man.
Best edge guarding move with that pin as well. Also going to even those stocks right back up.
Now, you know for sure sometimes, man, honestly, like you see that PK ice coming at you, like, no, please, I don't get hit by that PK freeze, please. And it just comes at, no matter what, you see it coming, you're still gonna get hit by it. It is such a great tool. If you get landed by that at the ledge, you just saw in the first stock, you easily go flying. Fashonuff right now doing such a great job, though. It's completely evened out. He is still taking some considerable hits at the moment, but he's still keeping himself here in this fight.
And he's doing a good job. Fashonuff's doing a good job that when he gets advantage, he's not giving Corrin really any room to move. But using those platforms, using that PK fire, and really kind of locking down Mythra's trying to get out of the disadvantage more aggressively than most people I've seen. An interesting. Where's my controller? There it is. Sorry, I got black screen, but that down smash, catch that pin, and those 3 hits, of course, really hard to avoid at close range.
See that? I know, man. That's the thing about Lucas. You know, sometimes you think you're winning this fight, and all it takes is one incredible string and that omega kill power there with the forward smash, down smash, up smash. There's so many good kill options here for Lucas. Not to mention a lot of good damage rackers here with a lot of the strings. There comes the down throw, no follow up just yet, and completely stuffed right there by that fastball neutral there. But he still continue on in the offense in Mythrra right now. You know, he's got to try to get in this groove, get rid of this stock. You know, trying to keep yourself close into this battle. That was a chance, and I understand understand that, you know, it's just so tempting. It's coming right at you. You're like, yo, this is a free hit. I'm gonna take this. But then, you know, you just drop it a little bit, you mistime it, and you're gonna get hit, and now you're in a very bad situation here.
You can see Fashonuff trying to get that PK freeze one more time to pretty much even at that percent. I think it would have sealed the stock. That they're doing a really good job of evading that, using this sort of pin movement, especially with the lag removed from that jump cancel option.
Oh, that might be it. Yes, the little Figgy is gonna be doing it.
All the way back from the deficit of their lead. Fashonuff bringing it back to win pretty much with 2 stocks left. Kind of a dominant comeback there.
Definitely dominant comeback. I don't know what in the world just happened there with Mythrra. I mean, I don't know where they ended up losing it there. But you're gonna see right here. Let's see what's going on. Let's take a look at the screen. You can see this is going to be where he ends the game, but there were some really other good options here. I think I got the PK freeze here on deck, especially when you hit the PK freeze. You know he's in the groove. That's like the Lucas Falcone. Honestly, that's what it feels like sometimes.
Honestly, I mean, it just has such insane.
It's like you connect with it. You're like, yes, I got this. I could do this. Here it is. It's coming. Gets him off right there with a forward air. Boom. The inevitable. You get hit by it.
The PK freeze, yeah, I like that. I like that comparison with the knee, just because of how much just insane knockback it does when it connects to that full charge. That it's just really hard to do anything, even mashing out of it.
Yeah, it's seriously, it's just so hard. Even when you do mash out of it, unfortunately, sometimes you can accidentally buffer yourself to death. And you know, we've all been there before, and it's super infuriating. But you know, you try to get yourself out of this situation to keep onto your stock, and instead, boom, air dodge buffer. There you go, you're flying out of here, or you just accidentally up B. You know, all those kind of things, man. It comes with like anything where you have to start mashing to get out of those situations. I feel like that's always going to be a bit of the danger.
Yeah, especially with the. It did just recently. I think it was just a little bit of buffer fixes, but not too. It's noticeable. It is a little better, but of course those buffers out of the things, and especially with how quickly people try to mash out of things like PK freeze, like K rule down throw. Sometimes accidental buttons will come out, and you're right about that. But seeing the switch up to Byleth here, another sword fighter, maybe with a little more raw knockback rather than the core and combo abilities.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, Byleth definitely be scary like that. You know, a lot of times when the character first came out, everyone's kind of like, oh, this character's booty cheeks. But then, you know, once it started, like, as time goes on, a lot of people start to kind of get the full potential there of Byleth. You start to see how scary he or she could actually be with some of the early kill confirms. I've seen some disgusting stuff, man. I've seen stocks go at like 40%. It's super scary.
Seriously, especially with Byleth's down tilt confirming into up air at mid and high percents. You gotta watch out as well for that, kind of the dollar store Palutena neutral air, that it kind of combos into itself at lower percents. It doesn't necessarily kill, but it can be used for gimping as well. So Byleth definitely not lacking kill power, especially with the tipper stuff. Aerials forward smash.
Right here, though, definitely doing a lot better. I don't know if it might be like the range that Byleth has, that possesses, that could be giving some issues here for Fashonuff. But we did see the first match start like this beforehand as well. Corbin, you know, definitely had a very good, considerable lead here. And then somewhere along the lines, Fashonuff kind of just started, like, I don't know, waking up maybe, getting a little bit more comfortable with the MU. It could be something like along the lines of that. Great stuff, good attempt. Unfortunately, gonna miss the timing there on that forward smash at the ledge.
It is, and even more dangerously than Corrin, Fashonuff's gotta be really careful not to get hit by any of these tipper forward airs or back airs, because pretty much anywhere on the stage, that back air is gonna kill at this percent.
I mean, I think Fashonuff could have died like 60% ago. It just be like that when you're going up against a character as strong as Byleth. But they're going to be connecting with the forward smash. There comes a little pesky PK Thunder here. We'll be able to grab onto the ledge there and almost connect with that forward smash. Man, Lucas, sometimes, you know, those smash attacks definitely be hitting fast. If you're not being careful with it, you're going to lose your stocks very, very quickly. But there comes that back throw, and that actually will be enough here for Fashonuff to once again steal the first stock.
Yes, that's one thing to be really careful of when fighting Lucas, is pretty much, except for down throw, all three of the other throws do have some sort of kill power. So, speaking of kill power, Byleth down smash, gonna call out that spot dodge, and all of a sudden, once again, just like last game, we're pretty much even stocks, even percents. Byleth disadvantage
Hopefully
here. Oh no, the tether.
What?
So what he tried to do is sort of like with Samus, the tether just didn't work. That he was not at the right angle and it bumped against the wall, and Lucas unfortunately falling to his death.
That is super unfortunate. I kind of wonder here if Mythrra, that might have been one of the factors that they had here in this counter pick, because that is quite surprising to see here. Lucas unfortunately not making it back onto the ledge, down a whole stock. And I was just about to bring up the fact here that it was around this point here in game 1 where Fashonuff kind of pretty much ran with it. You know, they started getting that lead here slowly on, and then just from there, Mythrra could not make it back. This time around, though, with that SD, Mythrra cannot waste this opportunity. But so far, I have to say, with SD or not, Mythrra's done such an excellent job this time around here in game 2.
I agree, and I really like, you can kind of see here in the second half of the game where the Byleth pick is coming into play, because Lucas trying to make a comeback, having a really much harder time getting in on Byleth than he did with Corrin. That even though Corrin's still having a really long sword, Byleth is having that arid bar spear is going to make approaching just near impossible at this point. Lucas has got to find a way to use it.
So Fusion, I have to ask you, is that neutral air, or what is the move that Mythrra is pulling off here with Byleth that's reflecting the PK freeze?
Is it the
the
one with the lance?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is,
I did not know that.
So that is side special. So that's the arid bar side special. In the air, it kind of stalls in the air a little bit, has that 180 in front of her, try to do that, and it can block some projectiles, similar to that PK Thunder. So not completely mitigating the damage, but that is the side special.
Regardless, though, a lot of times I've seen that be like a devastating combo starter. I've never seen it being effectively used like this here to reflect projectiles incoming. It's been an excellent tool here in game 2 for Mythrra, who's been doing an excellent job of kind of, you know, throwing back those picky freezes over and over and over again. This time around, though, we got to see Mythrra really close out this stock, because this is a very, very wasted opportunity here. If Mythrra cannot find a way to end this stock, there comes the PK freeze. Luckily able to get back onto the stage, but Fashonuff is slowly bringing this back, and it's starting to get a little bit scary here.
Mythrra getting a little greedy for this kill. He's seeing the forward smash, the down smash start to come out. They're trying to kind of force this kill, and Fashonuff making this comeback, really just exploiting that greed and making sure that Mythrra, for every forward smash, every down smash that's out of place, is getting punished. And Fashonuff, even from that SD, is going to come back almost even. One good gimp here can take the stock, narrowly avoiding that just with that kind of swinging tether, looking like Tarzan out here.
I always thought about that too, man. It just look at that vine come out. But regardless, though, we're seeing here Mythrra. Oh, finally we'll be able to connect right there. I think that's the neutral B charge up just very, very slightly, and Mythra's going to be able to bring us here to a game 3. But man, was that looking super scary. Imagine being Mythrra right now, being kind of frustrated at the moment, be like, yo, I had that from 2 stocks ago. Why did I take so long here to close that out?
And that's kind of the interesting part about Lucas, is that he's kind of small, he's kind of floaty, but at the same time he's very slippery in how he uses the snakes and the PK fires, and that sometimes getting a good hit on him can be a lot harder than it seems like at first. But with that arrow there at the end, Mythrra was able to beat out the PK fire that Fashonuff was throwing out, and beating that out was enough to take the stock at 150. Rather strong projectile, even non-charged.
Yeah, I guess so, man. I right now, you know, I really wonder what he's going to be opting for in game 3. So Byleth was looking super good at one point, but then out of nowhere, man, it just seems like Fashonuff started kind of catching on and started becoming much less afraid here of Byleth, and started treating it pretty much exactly how they treated Corrin. Oops, I didn't change that character. But you see, like that's actually worked out so much more in their favor. So it's gonna be interesting here in game 3.
I agree. With this being, I believe, yeah, it's gonna be Fashonuff's counter pick. I think he's gonna try to avoid triplats as much as possible, just because of that sword. Especially Byleth's up air being just humongous hitbox above her, that easily poking through triplats. But we'll see what stage is going to come up in game 3, what Fashonuff is thinking. And it actually is triplats. Interesting.
Okay, so since you did call the triplat being the case, why do you think that's the counter pick? Is it to try to get maybe some of the Byleth strings here from the top part of the stage?
So what I'm thinking is that with the blast zones being the way they are, Byleth's not going to be getting as many kills with the up smash or the up air, which is traditionally the way that they're doing it because of her excellent juggling abilities. As well on the sides, Lucas is going to be able to live longer, whereas a good gimp with PK freeze is going to be a lot easier for him to get than any sort of gimp Byleth's going to go for. So maybe it's just that extra living power. But I can also see the platforms playing a big part for Byleth with the swords and everything. Traditionally, the sword fighters are good on platforms.
Oh, we gotta talk about that ballsy play there to come out from Mythrra straight from the top, and it started adding a lot of damage there and giving Mythrra that kind of momentum here to get back into this match. And you see here as it's finally starting to be tied up there in the first stocks of this game. In the beginning portion though, Fashonuff was actually surprisingly being the one to take on the percentage lead and go on the aggression there. We've seen that Mythrra had 2 phenomenal starts there in the last 2 games, but now it's got to be Mythrra here on the losing end who's gonna have to try to make this comeback here and possibly this time take the first stock, as you saw that Fashonuff was actually the one here to draw first blood in the past 2 games.
He is Fashonuff actually jumping off stage with that PK Fire, looking for a quick snipe rather than the kind of safe edge guarding we've seen rather frequently with the PK Thunder and the PK Freeze. And as we see here, yeah, so what I was saying was using that PK Thunder to interrupt the tether. That works on Violet, that works on Ivysaur, that works on Joker. Just kind of using that to poke at that the tether and making that just maybe not useless, but a lot harder to pull off.
Man, that's definitely a pesky advantage to have there, but we're gonna see the spot dodge into that super hefty forward smash here to tie things up. And you know, these 2 competitors, such a great first game here to start off this tournament. We know it's gonna be an epic tournament, and these 2 are just starting it off really right here at winners round 3, where we are here in game 3 set 1. And these 2 so close. It's just been like that throughout the whole set. Now, first game you saw here, both of them toe to toe, and then around there, Fashonuff kind of stole it away. Then you saw Mythrra starting to be very dominant in game 2, but Fashonuff kind of brought it back. And now, once again, Mythrra here trying to keep it as close as possible, but unfortunately there, that read from the PK Fire is going to keep them off the stage one more time, and there will be able to make it back onto the stage. But you know for sure, Fashonuff is now starting to kind of slowly get this lead.
He is, and I'm really liking one of the things I'm noticing from Mythrra is that they're doing a really good job of adapting to the recovery options. We saw them get caught by that PK freeze one time in game 1, and then that tether one time in game 3 here, and they haven't been caught by it since. They're doing a really good job of using that air dodge, kind of even the stall on the first usage of up B to get back to stage. So really liking that adaptation there.
Alright, you see how Mythrra is trying to get that, you know, that dash attack here. Just any move here significantly hits to be able to close this out. 125% though on Mythrra, and will make it a much easier job for Fashonuff, who's going to go with the back throw here to get them off onto the stage. But just like you were mentioning, yes, there comes that pesky PK Thunder, and that was going to be forcing Mythrra to go for a high recovery. I think Fashonuff should have definitely seen the high recovery coming and should have punished that accordingly. But now here, still in a decent position, does have that percentage lead, but at this point with triple digits on both ends, that percentage lead won't mean nothing.
As we see Mythrra kind of trying to force this kill, throwing out these forward smashes, but the Lucas forward air, deceptively high knockback on that move with the Tipper hitbox, discharging that down smash. As we see Mythrra still kind of fishing for this kill, and Fashonuff finding a lot of openings here, getting that grab. Suddenly Mythrra stuck on the platform, but a nice grab, not going to be able to get much positioning off of it. Violet, of course, not having any traditional kill throws by traditional means. But Fashonuff just kind of getting this extra credit, looking to seal out this game here real soon.
Yeah, 45% already here. It's definitely not looking super duper good here for Mythrra. He's got to try to find it out. Now you see once again with that down smash, that has been kind of opting for that over and over and over again. But the snipe, and that looks like a raw snipe, just going to take it away here. It looked like something out of frustration, but you know what? We take those. It worked out, and now Mythra's being able to bring their opponent down to the last stock. And here we go, one stock apiece. Game 3, only one is going to be moving on here. I really wonder who it is. It could be Mythra here to bring this comeback, or Fashonuff is going to close it out so far with this strong lead.
Could be, but no punish on that rapid jab. Fashonuff once again finding Mythra off stage, trying to exploit with that PK Thunder, but Mythra not ready to give up yet. Forcefully trying to find a way back on. But that PK Thunder, I think that's it. There's no way, yeah, with no jump, having used that up B one time, getting interrupted, and also not having a jump. Violet with that distance, unless they use the directional air dodge, which still could have been interrupted, that was definitely a sealed game 3 in a set for Fashonuff.
So Fashonuff gonna take that away, and it looks like it's just what you mentioned there, where it comes with the PK Thunder disrupting the recovery. What a great job there from Fashonuff to show a lot of you know, not necessarily matchup knowledge, but just like applications here of the recoveries and kind of just taking advantage of that. And it worked out so well, as you're gonna see here. Fashonuff moving on in a very tight game 3 set.
Exactly. I'm a Joker player. I've had a lot of experience with that PK Thunder myself.
I see. Okay, so you know how it feels, and you've suffered it.
It's happened. It hasn't happened recently, but it's happened more times than I'd like to admit. It's definitely there was very much an understanding of his own tools situation there from Fashonuff, knowing that he can do that and putting his tools to use. No shame.
All right, so with that, I mean, what a great start here for today's, Heist in Smashville, steal the show. So they're going to be starting their second season, by the way. That's going to be coming up. Definitely a very, very popular weekly. I think it's on Saturdays. So expect them to be starting that up soon.